Anyway, you can see your box plot by going to zoom and then going down to zoom stat, because if you just press graph, you're not quite sure if you will actually see your box plot in your window, but zoom stat makes sure that you can. So here's our box plot. If you wanted to see the values in your box plot, you can just go to trace, and then it shows you the minimum is 8, quartile 1 is 10, median is 15, quartile 3, and actually the maximum is 19, and then you have a couple outliers over here. And that's basically how you make a box plot on your calculator. So if you wanted to make a histogram with this data, all you do is you go back to stat plot, second y equals, press 1, and then go down to type and choose that symbol. That's a histogram. And you still have list 1, which is good. So now let's press zoom stat again, 9, and this is our histogram. And we can read this by pressing trace again. And we can see that there are 6 values in this bar. The bar also shows where the values fall in between. So you can see that the left of that bar has the value of 8, and then the right of that bar has a value of 16.75. So this is weird because the increment is 8.75, but you can always change that. So let's go to window, and then you can change the X scale, and let's just make it something easy like 5. And then press graph again. And now our graph looks so much neater. You can press trace, and now it goes from 8 to 13, and then 13 to 18, and there are 3, and 18 to 23, and it's so much easier to read in my opinion. But you can change the scale to anything you want to. It doesn't have to be 5 or anything. But that's basically the gist of how you make a histogram with your calculator. Oh, and another cool trick I learned in my calculator is if you go to stat, and for example, if you wanted to edit the data from list 1 and make each value 4 times as much as it was, you can just go to list 2 and then press second one, so L1, list 1 times 4. So this means that each value from list 1 is multiplied by 4, and that's an easier way to, manipulate your data without going through each value individually. So it's a lot faster and just a cool trick.